Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 5 and we will talk in our podcast with the theme Online versus Offline Lectures. You should listen to this because the discussion is very interesting for students. And let me introduce myself and my group. My name is Natasha Ramadhani Rahab and my partner there are Nistrina Mutiara, Nurul Kusumaningrum, Oki Fauji, and Norma Salsabila Rahmasari. And welcome, it's time for the Group 5 podcast. As we know, we have been studying online for almost 2 years, right? So which one do you prefer and why, guys?
Okay, for me, if you ask me, of course, I prefer offline learning because in offline learning, we can meet a lot of people, especially our lecturers and our friends. And also, in offline learning, we can also learn and understand more the explanation from the teacher, from the lecturers, or the presenter. And while learning online, we often get trouble in our connection. If the signal is bad, we cannot listen the stuff, and it makes me less enthusiastic.
Yeah, you're right. Also, in online lectures, we can study while stealing time for other activities such as work. But of course, you have to be smart in dividing the time to complete tasks properly.
Yaps, when studying offline, interacting with many people can eliminate boredom and fatigue due to piled up assignments. Sometimes, we can also exchange information and stories so that we can help resolve a question.
Yeah, I agree. Even though now, some students seem to be used and comfortable with online lectures. I think we still feel bored if we always spend too long doing everything at home. But it seems that sometimes we also need an online learning, such as collecting assignment, for example, that we don't need to go to the campus.
Okay, that means you prefer to study offline, right? I quite agree with all of you. If we look back, can you tell us what kind of difficulties you experienced during online lectures?
Okay, I think my WhatsApp is full. So many chat messages are filed up by the group that I feel like leaving but I can't.
That's true, especially when the course is doing in the WhatsApp group, and we cannot open it. Suddenly, the messages have been hundreds. It seems to make me lazy to read it.
Yeah, and sometimes also when a lecturer or friend is presenting the material or accidentally someone is on mic, that we can hear voice of a salesperson such as Chilok or Chunky or Ron Tofu like that.
So it seems that offline lectures are more effective because we can directly raise our hand to ask about material that we don't understand without being hindered by an internet connection that is sometimes not friendly.
Wow, it looks like this online lecture is very memorable, right? But of course, there are advantages that are also obtained from online lectures. For example, it is more flexible so that people don't have to come together to one place to gain knowledge. So learning can be done from anywhere. And when using Zoom, for example, lectures can record lectures and students can repeat learning videos at home.
Oh yeah, guys. I saw from Instagram that after it, the lectures will be offline. Is that true?
Yeah, I saw it too. How are you preparing, guys? I'm happy, but actually a little bit nervous too.
Okay, the preparation is quite a lot, especially if your house is far from campus. So you need to rent a course, moving things there, and there will be a lot of other expense needed to live alone too.
Yeah, for the all kids also needs to be prepared, right? And the important thing is to prepare our body and soul to be able to take full offline class. And cheer up, guys.
Yeah, you're right. So good. So what are your hopes for future students or future studies, guys?
My hope is that lectures can actually be carried out offline so that they are maximize see some of the obstacles that we often experience. Even though there are indeed many benefits that we can get.
Okay, how about you, Nurul?
Yes, that's right. I also hope that learner can be carried out offline. Because seeing some lecturers sometimes it's still difficult to operate digital media, which makes lecturers feel less than optimal. And not infrequently, students also even underestimate their time during lectures or during class.
Yeah, things like that also happen often. How about you, Oki?
Hope is that if it is still going to be done online, this learning can be more oftenly distributed because we also see that there are hosts in the playground without to access the internet. In other words, signals that are not connected often occur. So when we hands to listen to the lecture explanation well, so it's not optimal.
That's right. Some of my friends also experience it. How about you, Norma?
I hope that the future studies will run more smoothly, whatever the method is, because more or less we already know the consequences, so hopefully we can keep up with these lectures.
I mean, hopefully what we hope for can be a support so that our education is getting better. Because the decision will apply what kind of system is on the lecture. We as students can only accept and implement the decision. Okay, thank you all for taking the time to able to chat together. I hope we can meet again on another session. So that's podcast from Group 5. We are sorry if there are mistakes. That's all from us. Thank you guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you guys.